What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Shide representing Synchronic Gaming. We have a war in the German Clash games. We have Sync Galaxy playing under the name Top Spenders, who are going to be taking on a German team name I can't pronounce. We have Hertha early on with the Fireball, taking out massive value. The whole 9 o'clock compartment completely decimated. Now, incoming those Super Witches from the 9 o'clock side, with a Queen and a Siege Barracks over at the 6 o'clock side of the base. Super Wall Breaker now incoming to give the Super Witches accessibility for this Town Hall compartment. Has got 3 other Wall Breakers remaining, so will have a nice push in towards this core. We have got the new defense as well, shooting away. Now the core towards this Town Hall is open perfectly. Healers moving forward nice and easily behind these Super Witches. King has been thrown into the mix. We have got a witch inside of the CC as well. Our queen is working nicely at the 6 o'clock side. We'll take down the royal champion with the Skelly for distraction, which is absolutely perfect because this hard mode does do a lot of damage to heroes. So we want to kind of negate that, and the Skelly spell does perfectly. Again, another Skelly spell over on the Rico common. Unfortunately, the multi-inferno is going to be annoying for that one. King pops that ability, Spiky Ball. Earthquake boots go off. Opens up the entirety of the core, now giving these Super Witches the access to pick off every hard-hitting defense on this base with the multi-archer towers, the monolith, the Rico cannon. King going to Phoenix, picking off the Rico cannon. Super Witch still working in the core. Royal Champion incoming from the 3 o'clock compartment, has got her ability as well, which is going to be perfect. Yetis are working alongside the Queen as they came out of the Siege Barracks as well. RC popping her ability, out come the Hogs to kind of tank for that Royal Champion a little bit more as the Electro Boots slowly keep topping her up. Now the healer switching to the Royal Champion here is perfect. Fox still alive right here, allowing the RC to go invisible every 6 seconds after she comes out of invisibility, which is perfect. Queen still with that ability as well. Multi-archer tower will be a little bit annoying, but it's not going to be the end of the world. And this is looking like Hertha is going to be incoming for Sync Galaxy, getting that first 3-star of the war, getting the job done. And that's a perfect start to this war. First attack, first 3-star. Before we continue with the video, guys, I just want to let you guys know we have launched a Synchronic base building server. So if you're looking for amazing bases with some of the best base builders in the world, link of this will be in the description. Also, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and enjoy the rest of the video. The first attacker, I'm going to call them Gummy, just for the sake of the video, coming on in. Earthquake over at the top side, with this royal champion at the top side of the base. At the 1 o'clock side, invisibility is down nice and early, coming on in with the RC charge into Super Dragons. A little bit interesting right there. Aggressive on those invises a little bit right here. Try to invis the Tesla to make these to make the royal champion go towards the new defense, but RC forced to ability, rocket spear popping off shots right here. RC is down to like 1 HP at the moment, so need to really invest aggressively. Townhall doesn't look like it's going to be going on down, and no, it does not. But we do have a hero revive spell right there to try to get the job going, which should be relatively interesting right here for sure. We're lowering the couple of archers to the top side with the baby dragon whilst we start our push over from around about the 4 o'clock side. Ice Golem with the giant arrow. Giant arrow sniping the Town Hall actually, which is absolutely huge for Falrach. Now here come the Super Dragons in from around about the 4 to 3 o'clock side of the base. Queen is going to work her way down with the Frosty slowing these defenses. Warden Minion Prince in behind these Super Dragons. Now we need to be a little bit careful. So we end up deploying the Siege Barracks to narrow down the funnel. But it's a little bit interesting that he decided to use the Super Dragons from the 3 o'clock side, because now they will end up going down on towards these fire spitters, which means that they're going to go through a lot of these traps, which is a little bit scary at the moment. We end up popping that Rage Tower, which is nice. Minion Prince is completely isolated at the moment, so this isn't going to work too well. Pops that ability. Metal Pants coming on in, shielding that Minion Prince a little bit. Super Dragons still pushing their way through the base, are taking a couple of traps at the moment. Minion Prince under fire from the air defense gets redirected onto the Queen, which means that the AD is going to do a little bit more damage, takes down that Minion Prince, forcing it to Phoenix right here. So the Phoenix will pick up a little bit more percentage. All the Super Dragons now do end up going on down. The Siege Barrack Peckers are still trying to get a little bit more percentage. We're stuck on those walls, means the Rico Cannon will be able to pick them off nice and easily. 3 more Yetis remaining that came out of that Siege Barracks right there. They may be able to get 1, maybe 2 additional defenses, but it's not going to be more than that. Now we're just trying to salvage these defenses, trying to get as much percentage as we can so that we can kind of keep on into this attack and put a little bit of pressure on the Sync Galaxy, but it doesn't look that way at the moment. And this is going to fall short at a 70% 2-star. Second round of attacks is now in. Lucas incoming for Sync Galaxy with the Fireball Rocket Loons. Has got 3 Quakes. So may want to Fireball near a Recoil Cannon because you do need 3 Earthquakes to take down a Recoil Cannon. We will see what the intention is. May want to take down the Expo. We have got the Angry Jelly, so allowing this Warden to walk a little bit longer than intended. Invis on that Warden just to make sure that it doesn't end up going on down. Rage as well to try to power through the early Recoil Cannons right here, because in the new hard mode you do need that Rage for the Warden to get through the Recoil Cannon, because it is very, very dangerous. Could be aiming to fireball the Town Hall and then maybe giant arrow through it, which could be absolutely incredible. Let's see what the plans for Lucas will be. Here come the Invisors. Fireball directly into the core. Triple Quake right there, weakening everything and taking it down the majority of that core right there, which is absolutely huge. Now, what is the next plan going to be? We have got a lot of Rocket Loons. We also have got the Build Hut repairing itself just at the moment before it starts working on the Town Hall, so we can't be giant arrowing through that. Now we're going to try and push forward. We are allowing this Warden to walk a little bit longer through the base, trying to get the job done. The Coco Loon coming down to protect those healers for as long as possible. Wizard over at the 9 o'clock side. Here comes the Siege Barrack from the 3 o'clock section. Heroes deployed from the 6 o'clock side, aiming to push in towards this Town Hall. Triple Ice Golem with a couple of archers right there to distract the Warden. It's going to be nice that the Warden can kill off the CC so it doesn't mess with his essential, like his early push with the heroes, being the Queen and the King right there, which is nice. Minion Pring taking down that King so easily. A couple of Rocket Loons to force this Queen to go towards the Town Hall right there. Minion Prince forcing the Queen to ability. She is going to have to get through this King. We have got an invis for the Queen. If necessary, we end up raging her up to get through that King. She's going to lock onto the Town Hall right here. Take that down with the free spell, which is very, very nice as well on the Town Hall. Warden still working very well. We have got 1 Royal Champion still remaining that we can deploy at any point. Here comes the Royal Champion locking onto the Warden, but the Headhunter took a little bit of an obscure pathing, which means we had to invis the Warden, ensuring that he gets through that Royal Champion. Multi-Archer Tower and also the Monolith doing a lot of damage to this Warden. He ends up going down. Royal Champion with the Rocket Spear did a couple of work over from the 12 o'clock side, gets locked onto the Queen. This Monolith is going to be the big problem at the moment. Unfortunately, the Royal Champion going on down to the Queen and the Bomb Tower. Down, hold up, down goes that Monolith. Unfortunately, time is going to stop Lucas right here at a 94% 2-star. Very nice attack by him. We have Pat coming on in for the second attack of Gummy. Now let's see how they take on Hertha's base. We have got the 10 Invis Royal Champion right here from the 6 o'clock side of the base, working her way forward. We're going to aim to try to pick off this Town Hall with the Phoenix on the Royal Champion right there as well. So we need to ensure that we don't get too much damage on this RC. We pop the ability. It is a Rocket Spear. I'm surprised they went with a Rocket Spear over the Haste Vial right here for the Royal Champion, because it does allow the RC to move through the defenses quicker. And now with this Rocket Spear, it does kind of mess up the pathing. We're not going to be getting in towards that Town Hall, which is very, very unfortunate. Not a lot of value for the Invisors invested right here. Now we only have a Rage and a Freeze remaining. We missed the Sweepers with the Giant Arrow of the Queen, which is a little bit unfortunate. We have got the Siege Barrack, we have got a Yeti working over at the 3 o'clock side of the base. Super Dragons now coming on in from that 5 o'clock side. Warden with the Red Gem, and I'm assuming the Eternal Tome pushing on in towards that 5 o'clock side into the Minion Prince. We pop the Minion Prince ability right here and also use the Warden ability for the Blimp to get in towards this Town Hall section. We end up not, oh no, we do end up using the Rage spell for the Yetis to get down the Town Hall. Can they get bot sweepers? Yes sir, they better believe they do. Had to maybe readjust his plan right here because of not getting those sweepers, but we'll see how much more value these Super Dragons can get. That core is going to be stacked with traps, so we need to be a little bit careful. We need a lot more value from these Super Dragons, but it's not looking like it's going to come into fruition purely because of the air defenses on the back end and these multi-archer towers on the back end also, which is going to be a ton of damage on these Super Dragons. Now we have got the Warden that is going to be in range of the AD once that one Super Dragon goes down, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate because we end up losing that Rage gem aura, which is very, very problematic. We have got the Arch Tower now taking down the Super Dragon, and this attack is going to fizzle out at around about a 75% 2-star, maybe a little bit more, depending on the baby dragon over at the 9 o'clock side of the base. Might be able to get like 1 or 2 more buildings. Can it get the spell factory in time? No, it can't, and it's going to be a 77% 2-star. Third round of attacks are now in. Dr. Jonas coming on in for top spin. He's got a Zap Lalo in hard mode. Wait, what am I watching? We have got a Lunar minion working. We zap out so much a Rage Tower, a Fire Spitter. We also get a multi-inferno, insane zap value coming on in from Dr. Jonas, the team captain of Sync Galaxy. We wall break the king in towards the Rico cannon. Queen is getting wall broken in towards that wizard tower compartment as well. King pops ability, Rage Vial, Giant Gauntlet taking down the Rico cannon, taking down the Queen. Will get the multi-archer tower as well. Looking very, very nice at the moment. Poison is down on the CC troops, which is ice golems and archers as well. We're dropping minions at the 3 o'clock side to try to pick off this X-bot as the Queen keeps on walking towards this 6 o'clock side of the base as well. Lalo now moving on in from the 12 o'clock section. We have got a blimp going on in for the Town Hall, hastening into the monolith. Ice Golem freezes the blimp. This could be a little bit scary right here. Will the blimp make it all the way to the Town Hall? It gets frozen for a second time. Oh my goodness. This could be a little bit scary, but the blimp does make it to the Town Hall. Rage on those Yetis. Queen over at the 6 o'clock side does end up picking off the opposing Queen, but then ends up going on down because the clones only survived and the initial main Queen did not. Minion Prince freeze ability right here with the Dark Orb, freezing all of the scatter, the Fire Spitter. Unfortunately did miss the multi-archer tower, but we have a good amount of loons remaining. We have one more freeze left. Red air bombs. This could be a little bit scary. We're losing loons and we find the tornado trap as well, but we should be okay with the, oh my god, the ice hound and the regular lava hound do not want to go down right here, which is a little bit scary, but there we have it. This is gonna be a 3-star from Dr. Jonas, the captain of Sync Galaxy, coming on in, picking off the 3-star with Zap Lalo in a hard mode. Absolutely phenomenal attack to get the job done. This is the second triple of the war right here for Sync Galaxy. Amazing job. We have War now incoming for Gummy, taking on Dr. Jonas of Sync Galaxy. Let's see, they got more Super Dragons incoming on this one. Royal Champion now deployed at the 9 o'clock side of the base, aiming to pick off a fair portion. We have got a few invises, so it's going to be a small RC charge, so have to integrate the Fox invises alongside the regular invisibility to cycle through them. May have been a little bit early on to that invisibility, which is a little bit unfortunate right here as well. Let's see how much more value we're being able to take. Does recall the Fox as well as the Royal Champion, so reserving the Fox, which is definitely important on the back end of these attacks for sure. Scaling at the 6 o'clock side with the Queen as well. Baby Dragon of the Dark Elixir storage to make a funnel, because we want the Queen to go up towards this AD and potentially move her way in towards the Expo. Doesn't look like she will go in for the Expo, but will pick off the air defense. Since we do have the Super Dragons, she doesn't need to go in towards the AD. She needs to work her way down towards that 3 o'clock side of the base. Stone Slammer incorporated with these Super Dragons right here, which is really nice at the moment. Warden ability still intact, finally goes off. Healing Tome, Eternal Tome. Queen ability is forced, which is a healer puppet, and also the magic mirror right there, trying to keep this queen alive. The regular queen does end up going on down, so it's only clones. Now we rage through this core of the base right here, trying to force these super dragons to push as quickly as they can through the base. They pick off the enemy RC, they pick off the queen as well, but is it going to be enough firepower? Warden has gone to one set of dragons, and the other set of dragons is unfortunately with only the minion prince, and the minion prince was forced to Phoenix, so he's gonna go down in just a second. RC coming on in with that rocket spear. Fox did unfortunately go down right there. RC is starting to fizzle out. Only one poison spell remaining, and this attack is not gonna pull through. Unfortunately for Gummy, M-War isn't gonna be able to get the job done, which is a little bit unfortunate right there for him. Is going to aim to pick off as much percentage as you can, because percentage can be a big factor, especially in these wars in hard mode as well, where defenses are much more easier to get. But unfortunately, with the two triples of Sync Galaxy already, it might be a little bit hard for them to come back into this one. We are looking at a 78% 2-star for M-War. Very nice try. Mudka is now in for Sync Galaxy. This is the 4th round of attacks. We've got 30 rocket loons, 11 invisors with the RC. This could be crazy. Blimp now coming on in for the mono compartment. I've got a rage spell. Are we going to utilize it on the blimp? It doesn't look like we are. We just want to pick off the mono and maybe a multi-arch tower if possible for pathing for the royal champion. Multi-arch tower does not go down. We only get the mono. Maybe a rage invested right there on top of the Yetis could have added a little bit more value. But here comes the royal champion. Have to invis a little bit more aggressively, because we may have kind of messed up the cycle with the fox. But here we go. We invis. No, it looks like he has the fox cycles down at the moment, which is really nice. We're trying to go out this entire core of the base, which is going to be absolutely huge. Fox is relatively low. We rage up right here on the RC, and also use that ability of the haste file to push on through. It's a bit unfortunate that we find the tornado trap as we're trying to push through this base, which is a little bit scary now, but we end up forcing our way through. We have got a few more invisibilities. Unfortunately, the RC isn't going to be going for the town hall, which may not be the end of the world, but at the same time it is going to be a little bit awkward since we do have a witch coming on out of the CC with a couple of ice golems. So we load them away towards the spell factory around about the 4 o'clock side of the base. A couple of rocket loons on the wizard tab. We find a couple of Teslas. Valkyrie has come on down to pick off these skellies, and there comes down that poison to ensure that we can clear this entire clan castle right here effectively and efficiently. A couple of minions on the top side for cleanup. Now we have a more rocket loons on top of this Tesla to make the funnel for the heroes, to kind of make them work their way towards the left hand side of the base to pick off this town hall. But the king right there taking down the opposing hero, also getting locked onto a couple of skellies right here, allowing the queen to take a bit of unnecessary damage, which is a little bit unfortunate. The queen may have to force her ability, but the Diggy definitely helping a ton right there with the queen to take down the opposing heroes, as well as tanking for the defenses and also freezing that Rico cannon, which was nice, or stunning it rather, which is the better term of usage right here. Now, here comes that king popping that the fireball, popping the spiky ball and the earthquake boots. Town hall will be going on down. Only 3 more rocket balloons remaining on this one. Unfortunately, will not be able to come through with the 3-star, but it was a really nice attempt for sure. We didn't get the value that we wanted from the royal champion. Didn't get too much value from that blimp either. So maybe if we lost maybe 2 invises and took an additional rage, it would have been slightly better right here for the initial RC push and also the blimp. But we are trying to gather as much percentage as we can at the moment. We are working at the 81% 2-star mark. Minions at the top side trying to get a little bit more added value. And this one's going to fall short at 83% 2-star from Sync Galaxy. Next attack is in. We've got Eric coming on in for Gummy. Let's see what he can do with... Oh, he's coming on in with the E-Titan Smash. Let's see what we're going to be able to get done right here. Royal Champion in. From the 6 o'clock side of the base, we have got a couple of invises. We have got the fox on the RC as well, which is always nice. We pop that haste vial nice and early for this royal champion. Invis does come on down We do not get the gold storage in the invis, which now means that that fox is very, very low on HP and could potentially be going down very, very quickly. But at the same time, we didn't have a recall spell, so was that a little bit of a misjudgment from Eric? We will find out if that's going to come back to haunt him just a little bit. Now we have got the Ice Golem with the Queen over at the 3 o'clock side of the base. Super Wall Breakers coming on in to open this multi-target Inferno compartment. Those Wall Breakers were a little bit wasted in my opinion. He only needed one but ended up using all three, which is a little bit of an interesting scenario there for sure. Rocket Loon's locking onto the Peckers, which is nice, which means that they're going to run out of their speed once they go over towards this Queen now working on those Rocket Loons. We use the E-Titans and also the King, which are in the core of the base. We can be popping this King ability sooner rather than later to open up everything, but we want the King to work. We could have saved that ability a little bit longer for the King to go over to the Fire Spitter so he could open up the Mono compartment, but let's see how this one ends up working out. Valkyries came out of that clan castle as well to kind of help push the initial flanks to keep these troops on the inside. Multi-Inferno finally going on down right there as well. The King unfortunately stuck. This Queen picking off monster value at the moment, which is a little bit scary for Eric. Doesn't look like this one's going to be pushing on through right there either, with the Mono on the back end, as well as these multi-archer towers and the expos that are on ground, which are going to do a lot of damage to any of these ground troops right here. Not very many healers left, only one is remaining. King is forced to Phoenix right here also, so that means that the King is going to be out of the party in just a moment, but we're trying to salvage as much percentage as we can. A Seeking Air Mine hitting that Phoenix, as well as the air defense pairing up together to pick that off relatively easily. Queen is under constant fire of this Expo and will be going down in just a second with the assistance of the multi-archer tower. Now we're just trying to pick up as much percentage as we can. 84% at the moment, and we're not going to be getting much more, and that's an 84% 2-star for Eric. Last round of attacks are in. Oh, Alex coming on in with a Zap Lalo of his own. Let's see what Alex is going to plan to zap. We get the Fire Spitter. We also pick up the Mono and a couple of Builder Huts right there as well. Super Wall Breaker giving a little bit better accessibility for the King to go into this scatter compartment right here. We drop the King on the right side of the building so it can go over towards the right side and path his way in towards the scatter compartment, which is very, very nicely done by Alex right there. Good pathing on the King, good funnel right there as well. Queen has locked on to the multi-archer tower. Can she take it down before the freeze? Yes, she can. And now here comes a giant, here comes a headhunter to try to take down this King. Unfortunately, the King is still at half HP, so we need to be a little bit careful. The gauntlet for the King was getting massive value. Again, another headhunter, but this Town Hall is absolutely brutal at the moment. It's not giving us the chance to pick off the heroes with the headhunters because of the burning lasting effect of that Town Hall. So we do clear a ton of defenses around the Town Hall. Loon to test for that Stone Slammer to see where it's going to go. Locks onto the Town Hall right here. We have got witches in this clan castle. Now here comes the initial Lalo push over from the 10 o'clock side of the base. Rage spell on that Town Hall to ensure that it goes down. Also activating the Giga Bomb, which is absolutely huge. Poison spell down on these skellies and the witches to make sure that they go down as quickly as possible, because they are very annoying, especially when it comes to a Lalo hit, because they do splash damage right there. Witches finally end up going on down. Loons with the haste spell pushing through that poison tower right here. We freeze on the multi-inferno, freeze on that multi-gear archer tower. Royal champion underneath these balloons, where you can just see her in just a second. She's stalled up on ice golems at the moment as well, which is a little bit more unfortunate. Another freeze on the multi-gear arch tower and on the multi-inferno, but this one's going to start to fizzle out right here, unfortunately, for Alex of Sync Galaxy. RC still stuck onto those ice golems, will be forced to use her ability sooner rather than later to get a little bit more percentage right here. There we go, we popped that ability. Spear Seeking Shield was used there, but wasn't essentially used well, so it was forced to go off and she died through that ability, which is very unfortunate. Minion versus a Builder Hut at the top side, and this one's going to fall short at a 70% 2-star. The final attack of the war is now in the Hobbit, coming on in for Gummy for the final attack, coming on in against Lucas. A couple of rocket loons to pick off the mortar. RC now coming on in from around about the 8 o'clock compartment of the base. We have got these super dragons again that they've been using over and over again. 4 of their 5 hits have actually been super dragons. We keep this royal champion invis right here, trying to pick off a little bit of extra value right here. We have got a ton of invises that we need to use. We need to incorporate them with the cycle of the fox, but the fox is going to go down in just a second right here. So now this is where things get a little bit tedious. We need to have good pathing for this RC, but she's going to path away from the town hall. I'm not sure if that's what you want, if that's what he wanted, and the RC ends up going on down with a lot of invises remaining. We did not get too much value right here from that RC charge, which now is going to be a big problem for the Hobbit of Gummy. For their final hit, they needed to get a triple to at least have one in this war, but unfortunately doesn't look like it's going to be coming on in to fruition right there. King over at the 6 o'clock side of the base as well. We're going to be sending these dragons directly into the town hall. Have got that blimp selected, so may see that go in early for the town hall, so the dragons can kind of avoid it and keep on pushing around the base and get in towards the back end of it as quickly as possible. Here comes the blimp. King pop that ability, will not be able to get through this queen. Maybe can with the phoenix, but that tornado trap was absolutely perfect to keep the king away, to negate that phoenix ability of bringing the king back to life, which was absolutely huge. Townhall goes down with the Yetis, pulls the ice golems as well as the rocket loons out of that CC as well. And now we're pushing on forward to try to get the job done. Minion Prince ability goes off, getting the multi-inferno, getting the multi-archer tower, missing the scatter, but then again, we still have a fair few super dragons still remaining right here, trying to get the job done, but it's way too much base remaining. The king at the bottom side did not get the value intended. Super dragons are starting to run thin on HP, which is going to be a problem that you normally come into when you don't end up running that heal tome with the warden. But then again, you do need the raid gem as well and the eternal tome, so it's a little bit of picking your own poison right here for these attacks. But this base did hold up right here with the super dragons being very low HP, with the mono and the AD going to be able to pick them off one by one right here. One more super dragon goes down, the other goes down to the Seeking Air Mine. Warden ends up going on down to the Seeking Air Mine, and the minions pick off the one camp. They're not going to be able to get through too much more. We have a few more troops for cleanup, but nothing can really be picked off at this point. And this is going to be a 3-star, this is going to be a defense for Sync Galaxy.